Marcus Hersh for the Daily Racing Form, joined by Steve Andersen. We've got one last Dubai World Cup contender to preview. The France-based horse who Americans are familiar with, named Talismanic, came over and won the Breeders' Cup Turf last fall at Del Mar in a 14-1 upset. Yeah, he's an interesting horse in this race. We know what all the Americans are capable of on dirt. This horse has never run on dirt before. He did have a trial race over the all-weather surface at Chantilly. First time off of turf, he looked very comfortable making the transition from turf to that surface. And he's by Medaglia d'Oro, who is a sire who gets plenty of dirt runners. So I don't think this is a typical European horse in that his pedigree and his surface switch last time suggests that it's not out of the question that dirt is something he would handle. I think another thing to consider is he has pace. He's not like a super sprinty type, but he could be even closer to the lead than he was in the Breeders' Cup Turf if they wanted him to be. I think if he has the right draw, he could be maybe in the second flight of horses. He's running 1.5 miles a lot, but the thought is from master trainer Andre Fabre, maybe he might be a little better at 1.25 miles, which he cuts back to off of his last 2 Group 1 starts. He's beaten by Highland Reel and the Hong Kong Vase. I mean, Highland Reel is just a superior horse on the day, but there's no shame in losing to Highland Reel. This is a horse with a lot of class, who I think is who might be an interesting play at a bigger price. What are your feelings, Steve?
I'm picking him second at this hour. I think the world of this guy. My fingers were scalded at the Breeders' Cup when he won the Breeders' Cup Turf at 14-1 because I just thought Beach Patrol was going to win the race and was second to him in the Chantilly race. Like you mentioned a moment ago, second in Hong Kong behind Highland Reel is just fine. And so I think this horse is going in the right direction. And one intangible about this guy, Andre Fabre, he's always dangerous in these big race situations, and he's never really targeted the Dubai World Cup very extensively in the race's 22-year history. So if he's going to send this horse down there, even if it is a Godolphin runner and it's a home game for the Godolphin folks, right, I still feel very strongly that this guy will represent very well and should have a leading role in the race.
Yeah, I feel exactly the same way. I mean, the other horses outside of the Americans, I don't think any of them are really good enough. And we have a pretty good sense of what the American horses are capable of. I suppose Pavel might be the lone exception because he's maybe not fully exposed. But this horse, with his class, with his pace, with his pedigree, he is an interesting alternative and one that I think merits a long look.